Hi, Ernie with you with Mi2Sense, and you got birds dropping from the sky. You got planes dropping from the sky, mid-air collisions, plane landing upside down, which reminded me of the movie that Denzel Washington starred in called Flight. Well, thank God that there was no loss of life on that plane, even though it landed upside down. And Delta did step up to the plate by granting or at least cutting $30,000 checks for each and every one of those people that were on that flight. And they know that, there's going to be some more stuff that's going to come at them about that they'll be prepared to take care of. But stepping up to the plate eases the pain. That shows you're an adult. Too bad we don't have that in this administration. They'll never step up and take blame or responsibility. And speaking of health, they are trying to keep information from us regarding health. I mean, he put this ex-heroin addict, the guy with the worm in his brain, in charge of our health, which his father and his uncle got to be turning in their grave so hard that it could create a little rumble. But he's there to make sure that we don't receive information of oncoming things, because COVID fucked up Schindler's last term, where it put the nail in the coffin on his last term. Well, just about 1 million people lost their lives under his watch, but people have amnesia from that. But he had no prevention of the information that was coming out of the CDC. Well, now he has somebody who will keep information from coming to us. So while we're dealing with the bird flu, not sure of how it's spreading, or the outbreak of tuberculosis in the state of Kansas, or the outbreak of measles in the western portion of the state of Texas, there's going to be some health things that's going to come. Now, we got to stay vigilant. We have to notice that, because mainstream media is not going to advise us of it. They're not even talking about it now. So we have to be mindful of that, take care of ourselves. But that's why he's put there, so we don't get that information. Meanwhile, they fired the people who were helping with the bird flu, and then we made a mistake, and we got to hire those people back. They can't find them. Oh, we're fucked there. And they did the same thing with the nuclear people. That's white entitled and incompetency happening right in front of our eyes. They did it with the nuclear people, and they can't find those people. You talking about nuclear. And for the love of money, what is Alonia Muskrat and his band of merry boys doing in Fort Knox? Well, they're looking for money. They are looking at each and everywhere for money. Every single where. Fort Knox, really? What you doing there? Yeah, but they're looking for money because they're planning the great heist. Now, they need $4.4 trillion to help this tax bill that they want to pass go through. March 14th is a drop dead date to keep the government open or let it close. I believe they're going to let it close because they are trimming everything. They're taking away everything from us. And speaking of that, I asked the question the last time. I'm going to ask it again. Where's the receipts of this proof of fraud, waste, and abuse? Where is it? It's our money. We, the people, need to know, where's the proof? We don't want to hear you talk about it, because we heard you talk about you lost the election for 4 goddamn years with no fucking proof, and lost every time that you went into a court. So we want to see proof. We don't want to hear no talk. And here's the other thing. It is time for politicians to get in front of their constituents and have these town halls. I can almost bet you that a lot of Republicans won't be having town halls because they don't want to hear what their constituents who voted for them, they don't want to hear their mouths because the threat or the idea that they're going after Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, you've touched a nerve. And when it comes to Social Security, that nerve is a big nerve. And it's going to cause an uprising because you're talking about people who have put in, that's our money for all our working lives. That is our money. It's nobody else, it's our money. You can go to Social Security and you can pull up your whole work history, see all your earnings and everything else and what you're eligible for. The average person lives off $65 a day on Social Security. Meanwhile, the muskrat, who is a welfare queen, because what he's doing, he's a fucking welfare queen. He's living off $8 million a day. Meanwhile, people who are collecting Social Security, fixed income, are $65 a day. And if you take that from people, it's going to be an uprising because now you've touched a nerve. And it's going to be an uprising. Now, with the protests that are going on, and we see the boycotts that's happening with Walmart and Target as their stocks are tumbling, who else? McDonald's, Coca-Cola. I mean, and what's up with you, Coke? You did a sting on your own employees. What the hell? Their stocks are tanking. So when they go after these three pillars, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of protesting. Us black people, we're taking a break. The reason why we're taking a break because November 5th we did our job. 92% of black women, 80% of black men voted for the right thing. And in the past, we've been the main reason for legislation being ushered in that helped not only black people, but it helped everybody. We've done a lot of things that have helped a lot of people, not just ourselves. We've done our job. There's nothing else we can do. We don't want to be in the front line because they want to have martial law. And we're not going to let that happen. So continue the peaceful protests because they have been just that and making our voice heard. And with the onset of this, what I think is going to be upheaval, because we're going to amp up our pressure. Well, these politicians are going to have to start listening. They're going to have to grow a spine. They're going to have to do something because they're not putting the country first. And I'm talking about the Republicans. They're not putting the country first. That's why this motherfucker is going rogue. Hitler can't control him. And, he's controlled by two people. Elonia, Muskrat, and Putin. He's controlled by them both. He owed them. They helped him win the election. Help him stay out of jail. That's why he's the CODIS, convict of the United States, or FOTUS, felon of the United States. Anyway, I'm Ernie. I just gave you my 2 cents. Until the next time I talk with you folks again, you all take care, hold your head up high, smile, spread joy, and spread love and love one another. And remember that a diamond was once a piece of coal that made good under pressure. Let's be that coal, and let's shine like a diamond. Ciao for now.